I think Illinois may be the next Minnesota.
You think so?
I think so.
Why is this?
Because, Rico, some craft breweries in Illinois are branching off into the hemp beverage industry, are relieved that proposed restrictions were stalled in Springfield. But they wonder what the future holds. That's right. A measure that didn't make it out of the General Assembly would allow the sale of hemp products, but only by businesses licensed under the current cannabis law. Industry experts said hemp drinks have been a lifeline for struggling breweries still trying to recover from the pandemic. Ray Stout, executive director of the Illinois Craft Brewers Guild, said those who want restrictions in place were not forthcoming with their legislation. In a quote, that they're going after the bad actors and the Delta 8 gas station people, but in essence, they're going after the entire hemp industry, said Stout. Stout believes 10% of breweries are making hemp-derived beverages, which equals to about 30, and another 40 to 50 that are in various stages of research and development. While marijuana remains illegal under federal law, federal lawmakers legalized hemp back in 2018 and defining it as cannabis or cannabinoids with less than 0.3% Delta-9 THC. Stout said the legislature should create a regulatory framework that allows hemp drinks to be manufactured and sold safely and properly. And in a quote, the Farm Bill is pretty explicit in saying hemp should be treated like hemp and marijuana should be treated like marijuana, said Stout. These products are a derivative of hemp, which the federal government said is different from cannabis. Minnesota generated $1.5 million in tax revenue from over $15 million in sales from hemp-derived drinks just 2 months after the state began regulating the industry back in June of 2022. And the bill's sponsors and the governor expect the issue will come up again soon during the next legislative session, you guys. Man, oh man, will Illinois be the next Minnesota? I can't wait to hear what you think about this, you beverage lovers.
I just love the fact that you are acknowledging the same exact point that I made that you tried to say did not exist.
I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it. That's what the. That's
you don't believe the words that are coming out of your own damn mouth right now.
You're just gaslighting, bro. You're just gaslighting. I'm just reading a story, delivering the news. You know what I mean? My opinion is this is all a big waste of time. Personally, I don't think people want to buy beverages that much with weed in it. I'm not buying that still.
Jason's about to charter a private jet so he could go drink some top quality Illinois disty juice.
Yes. Yeah, the PBR, that PBR infused PBR with CBD in it.
Mm-hmm. You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
What are you kissing your sister, guys? Come on,
man.
Oh, I got a couple of calls from my old friends and everything in Illinois asking me. So one of my old teammates, Napoleon Harris, call him Poe. He is a state senator in Illinois now. I will stay away from giving any stories about him in the past, but he's been a state senator for quite some time now. And I got lots of calls from people for me to talk to him, to get him to talk some sense into his constituents, or talk some sense into his colleagues about blocking this ban that they have out there, because they are really afraid that it's going to happen. They really, really think that this thing is going to go through, and they're not going to be able to have their hemp-based drinks or anything, and it will do a lot of damage. So they say. I'm not out there, so I don't know.
How's it going to do damage when you don't have a regulatory framework in place? I'm not buying that.
Because Chicago is a big craft beer city. And a lot of these THC, low THC drinks and everything, like, they're ready to go with those. They're losing money, like as is, like hand over fist. And they're ready to go, man. A lot of hops are very similar to dealing with cannabis, especially in the drink situation there. And they're ready to roll with this stuff. And a lot of them have been converting a lot of their processes over to processing these drinks. And they said they have been making a lot of fucking money from it. It's been converted. So it's a real time issue, and people on the ground there are saying that it's a real time issue. And people from that I used to bounce. I said statute of limitations stuff. We used to bounce and sell weed like right out of Goose Island, Wrigleyville, out of the brew pub there. And these are the people hitting me up and telling me this shit.
You don't think
trying to get me to talk sense?
So hold on. So you're telling me that the brew pubs are trying to take over the weed space. They're trying to dominate on the weed sales.
That's just the brew pubs, but yeah, people in the craft brew industry. Goose Island is probably like one of the biggest names in Chicago. Started off like small regional, but now it's I think it's international. Now.
So one headquarters to Fort Collins, I think.
So one could say, Rico, that all of these pubs out there in Chicago are just a bunch of culture vultures, huh?
Why would you say that?
Because they're trying to take all the weed sales.
I mean, Rico just said he was selling out of there like 10 plus years ago. So like, they've been part of the culture apparently.
Selling out of there is a big difference than the pub selling it. There's a big difference between those two things.
Well, I mean, the pub wouldn't be allowed to do it then, obviously, but like if they were turning a blind eye to it, then like they've been part of the culture.
This is back in like 05, 06. 07, man. Like this is like no time recently.
They're shunning.
We were still selling bricks back then. They're still like that was right around when we had that first turnover of okay, we got a Mexican dirt this week, and then what the fuck is this? I got orange hairs, we got actual strains. We didn't even know what a strain was back then, man. This fire, that dro.
Man. Mm-hmm.
Very, very different world, different time. But like now, like it's crazy to see that these craft beer industries are relying upon this as the future. This is their lifeline that they've been given.
Interesting.
So I don't know. Despite what you say, Jason, the words that are coming out of your mouth are true.
Hold on a second. Hold on, because Mike West is saying something in here in the chat, and I'm not sure if this is true. This is the last part that he's saying. He says, beverages have high asset cost. That's true. Highest shipping cost. That's true. And shortest life. He says, good for pubcos, bad for industry, but chicks dig them. Okay, I can agree with all that. But he says, cannabis beverages are already out competing alcohol in several markets. I'm not buying that for a second.
You don't have to buy it, man. Other people are.
I don't think that they're buying it either. I think this is like how people back in the day would boost their Scantrons when they would be selling albums and buy their own stuff just so they have the SKUs up.
This is just your gut feeling. So I guess you don't have that much different between you and Ron DeSantis too, because Ron DeSantis coming up with these bullshit figures that he's saying with no facts and no figures behind them as well. You just have a gut feeling about it that they lying, right?
I have better boots. Plus, I'm taller naturally, Rico.